திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் எடுக்கும் மாக்கதை இந்தமிழ்ச் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ் செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள்ளிருத்துவாம். உலகலாம் உணர்ந்தோதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலிவேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம். சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேரிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறைச் செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. தில்லை வாழந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்வடைத்த தொலையதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகைடியார் பதம் பொற்றி உலையவர் புராணகதி உலகறிய விரித்துரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழாரடி போற்றி. ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தம் மணிவோம். பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து கூடிடுமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஹரஹர நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. சிற்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. With the blessings of the Almighty Lord Shiva, we are here to think through the third part of Shri Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal history. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Devachekla Swamigal and also to the 57th Pontiff of Gunambatti Kalyanapuri Adina, Shri Gomathinayagam, Shri Rajasaramanikwasika Swamigal as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead, continue thinking through the history of Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. So last week, we covered the fourth pilgrimage of Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. So Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal has made 6 pilgrimages as per Purana, Periyapuranam. So last week, we covered the fourth pilgrimage, which was to go to Thillai. He went to Thillai, had a great darshan, and then he also, Periyapuranam, visited the temples on the bank of Neva River. Then he got blessed by the Lord of Nilvayu, Arathurai. And the Lord of Nilvayu, Arathurai, gifted Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal with palanquin, pearl umbrella, and also golden musical instruments as well. And then now he got back to Thonipuram, Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal's birthplace. And then he went to the entire city of Thonipuram. Shiva devotees of Thonipuram standing the border of the Thonipuram to welcome Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. When Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal palanquin came, he got down. When he reached the border, he got down off the palanquin and he started walking towards Thonipuram. Everybody paid their respect to Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal went straight to the temple, had a great darshan of Brahmabrishwarar, Goddess Thirugnanasambanda and Thoniyapar and Periyanagi as well. And after worshipping the Lord in Sri Kali temple, Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal went his home. And right in front of the home, the great mother, Srimati Bhagavati Ataya, standing outside the home. When Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal came, she applied vibhuti, she applied vibhuti on the forehead of Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal and blessed Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. And then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal also paid his respect to his great mother, Bhagavati Ataya. Then he went inside home. Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal sang many Thirupadigam after that in Thonipuram. And now Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal has reached the right age for Upanayana. Upanayanam is a ritual performed in Brahmin community. It actually represents the 2 states of birth. The first birth comes when the mother delivers the baby. That's the first birth. And the second birth is when they get the Brahmabudesa. They get the skin of the Brahmacharya kid will be given a skin of deer, which it's very auspicious, deer, and then the holy thread they wear. And also they'll be entitled to chant Gayatri mantra 4 Vedas from there on. So that's Subhanayanam. Thirugnanasambanda Swami has reached that age. However, Thirugnanasambanda Swami is one of. He's not a normal human being. So this is a ritual performed for every single human being in that community. But Thirugnanasambanda Swami had a purpose. His birth had a purpose. He even got the holy milk from Goddess Parvati directly. But still, they need to perform this ritual. So, Siva, father of Thirugnanasambanda Swami, had organized a very grand function, a Punul Upanayana marriage called Punul ceremony, and it was celebrated with great enthusiasm by the devotees of Lord Shiva and also the Vedic Brahmins of Srikardi, also the relatives of Thirugnanasambanda Swami. Everybody gathered for the function. And Devachekla Swami says, it's a wonderful phrase by Devachekla Swami. He said, Thirugnanasambanda Swami is the child with the nature that never came to be born, but he was born to guide the human beings of this world. So the ritual is being done, thinking just like how it's done for any other trivial human being. The Vedic Brahmins performed the various rites of Upanayana process, have done the Homa, and they were saying all the mantras, part of the process. And then finally they said, we have given, they told Thirugnanasambanda Swami, we have given you the 4 Vedas. From now on, you could start reciting the four Vedas. You could start learning the 4 Vedas actually. And the moment they said that, Thirugnanasambanda Swami, the child of wisdom, standing in an incomparable position, in the shape of Punya, cannot be compared with anyone on that stage, including those who performed the Upanayana, who gave him 4 Vedas. Thirugnanasambanda Swami recited the countless stanzas of the holy 4 Vedas. Countless stanzas of holy. Everybody got shocked, surprised, amazed, because they thought we just gave him the rights to learn Veda, but this child just recited the whole Vedas. That means he knew them all already. So what are we going to teach him? And then they all realized, Thirugnanasambanda Swami did everything. Then they asked Thirugnanasambanda Swami some questions. So there are a lot of doubts in Vedas, and they asked Thirugnanasambanda Swami to clear all their doubts. Thirugnanasambanda Swami graciously cleared all their doubts. They thought they came to bless this child, but the child blessed them. It was the other way around. Then after all mantras were recited by Thirugnanasambanda Swami, and he addressed the questions of other Vedic Brahmins over there, he got them all clarified. Then Thirugnanasambanda Swami told them, Lord Shiva's Sri Panchakshara is the first and lead mantra of all other mantras and verses of Vedas. So the message to them is, you should recite Panchakshara. That's the main mantra. Then he composed a wonderful Devara hymn, Tirupadikam, praising the power of Sri Panchakshara. It's Tunjalum Tunjalilada Poldiram Tirupadikam. It's third Tirumurai, and Thirugnanasambanda Swami will compose this Devara hymn in Kandara Panjamam tune. Let's bow our head to Thirugnanasambanda Swami and recite the first song of that Padikam, Thiruchitrambalam. Tunjalum Tunjalilada Poldinum Nenjagam Naindu Ninaimin Naldorum வஞ்சகமற்று அடி வாழ்த்த வந்த கூற்று அஞ்ச உதைத்தன அஞ்செழுத்துமே அஞ்ச உதைத்தன அஞ்செழுத்துமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Anjaluttu means Sri Panchaksharam, Namah Shivaya. In this song, Thirugnanasambanda says, whether you're awake or asleep, keep thinking through, keep chanting Sri Panchakshara. Every day, without fail. Every day, without fail. And remember, it is the same Panchakshara that saved the life of Markandeya when Yamadharmaraja, came to kill him. Then Lord Shiva kicked him out, and then he died. So Thirugnanasambanda Swami recalls that incident. You see, you recite Sri Panchakshara, always think of Sri Panchakshara, whether you're asleep, whether you're awake, whatever, every day without fail, and you'll be blessed with Almighty Lord Shiva. He will protect you. It is the first and main mantra of every other mantra in this world and all other Vedic verses. And then they realized that the Vedic Brahmins who came to give him Brahma-Upadesa, they got Upadesa from Thirugnanasambanda Swami. And then everyone was happy. Thirugnanasambanda Swami continued to worship Sri Gali Tirthoniyapar as usual. And Swamigal has composed many Tirupathikam, as always, Tirthonipuram. In the meantime, Upper Swamigal, Tirunavakar Swamigal, the second saint of Saiva Samaya Kuramar, just heard about Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal fame. The 3-year-old kid got blessed by the Lord of Thonipuram and the goddess of Thonipuram, and he also got holy milk from Parvati Devi, and this child has been singing a lot of Devara hymns. And Upper Swamigal heard about it, and then immediately he wished to go to Sri Gali and pay his respect to Thirugnanasambanda Swami, Upper Swami. So this is a lesson learned from Periyapuranam has a lot of lessons learned for Saivis. We learn from how our acharyas have led their way of life. So Upper Swami, Upper Swami was already blessed by Tirudhi Venkateshwara, and a lot of wonders, happen in his life. But still, when he heard about it, Upper Swami was 8 years old, around close to 8 years old. Thirugnanasambanda Swami was 3 years old. So when he heard about it, immediately he already paid his respect from his heart. From where he was in Chittambaram, doing Ulavarapani for Chittambaram at that time. And then here we should go and pay our respect to the great devotee, the 3-year-old devotee. Then Upper Swami, along with this, similar to Thirugnanasambanda Swami, Upper Swami will always have a great group of devotees, very large group of devotees, around thousands of devotees, followers of Upper Swami will always be with him. Then Upper Swami left Chittambaram, he came to Sri Gali, and then the message goes to Thirugnanasambanda Swami. Tirunavakar Swami came to see Swami. The message came from one of his devotees. Then Thirugnanasambanda Swami was not sitting in his mat. He came out and he started rushing to welcome Upper Swami at the border of the city itself. Both of them came, and then both of them paid their respect to each other. And Upper Swami said, I was so pleased to see you. You got blessed by Brahmapurishwarar and Thirugnanasambanda. Goddess Parvati gave you the holy milk, and you literally made my day giving you my darshan. Same Thirugnanasambanda Swami as well. He said, the name Upper to Tirunavakar Swami was given by Thirugnanasambanda Perumal. And that is the widely used name for Tirunavakar Swami. I always say Upper Swami. Not only me, most of the devotees for several centuries, Upper Swamigal has got a lot of names, Thirunavukarasar, Upper, but Upper is the famous name. Which means Upper is the famous name. He is the father of everybody. So Thirunavukarasar Swamigal, Thirugnanasambanda Perumal, Thirunavukarasar Swamigal, both of them went to Thonipuram together, and they had a great darshan. Upper Swamigal, then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal asked Upper Swamigal to sing Devara hymns for Brahmabarishwara. Upper Swamigal composed a wonderful Tirupadiyam, and in that Pargund, it will start like Pargunda Modi, and in that Padiyam, Upper Swamigal also stated, Alayum Peruvellathu Andrumadanda Thonipuram, and the whole world, the entire universe is destroyed, nothing left, just water everywhere. This temple, Thonipuram temple, will be floating on the ocean. Alayum Peruvellathu Andrumadanda Thonipuram, because it always exists, even during Pralaya. And then Upper Swamigal, both of them completed their darshan. The Upper Swamigal, the Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal took Upper Swamigal to his mud. When I say mud means it's a home of Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. Great saints, we usually call mud the place where devotees are gathered and where Mahans and Avatar Purushas live. So, Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal offered a great Maheswara Puja, great feast for Upper Swamigal. Upper Swamigal enjoyed that. And then both of them were in Srigali for some more time. And then Upper Swamigal decided to visit other Shiva temples nearby. Then he informed Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal, I would like to go and visit other temples. We'll meet again. And then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal also gave a send off to Upper Swamigal. So Thirugnanasambanda Perumal and Upper Swamigal met thrice in Periyapuranam. As per Periyapuranam, we understand both of them have met 3 times. The first meet is this, where Upper Swamigal came to Srigali to meet Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal. The second meet happened in the mud of Thirumuruga Nayanar in Tirupugalur. Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal would be staying in Tirupugalur, then Upper Swamigal would be heading from Tiruvarur to Tirupugalur, and then both of them would meet in Tirupugalur mud. And then they continued up to Vili Miralai. Together they had a great pilgrimage into Vili Miralai and Manakkadu. Third time, when Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal was returning back from Tirualavai, Madurai, after winning the Jains and then making sure that Shaivism was thriving again. And then he returned to Tirupunduruthi to see Upper Swamigal. Then Upper Swamigal would also be there. And that's their third meet. So they met 3 times. Especially the situation where both Paramacharyas meet, it will always be, very, very fascinating to see how David Chekla Swamigal described that in Periyapuranam. So Upper Swamigal left, and Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal continued to be in Thonipuram. There he sang many, many other various Devara hymns, like Moli Maatru Tirupadiyam, Malai Maatru Tirupadiyam, Sanda Iyamagam, Yegabadam, Irukku Kural, Thiruvulukuchirikkai, Iradi Virpu, and so on. So when you get a chance to explore the Devara hymns composed by Shri Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal, there's a lot of Padiyam Swamigal has composed. We got only some of them, not all of them. So we must ensure that we at least chant all those Padiyam at least once in our life. And then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal, one fine day, Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal decided to worship other Shiva temples. And he informed his father, Siva, I would like to go out to worship other Shiva temples around our place. And then his father said he has to do a lot of homas. It's a time where they need to do homas. And one of the 6 jobs anyway, 6 jobs of a Vedic Rani. So whether they are told, Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal, you carry on, I will join you later. Then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal started his 5th pilgrimage. 5th pilgrimage. Devotees, remember, 5th pilgrimage. And when he leaves now, and he would return after a very, very long pilgrimage. He'd go to Sola's country, then Kongu country, and then he meet Upper Swamigal in Pugalur. Then they will do wonders in Trivilimallai, through Marekadu. Then Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal would head to Madurai, to Alavai. He will defeat the Jains. Then he would come back. It's going to be a very long yatra. All of us are doing pilgrimage along with Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal through ShaivamOrg. So stay tuned. We will continue Thirugnanasambanda Swamigal 5th pilgrimage in the next class. Thiruchitrambalam Veda Neri Talaitonga Migasaiva Tunaivilanga Buddha Parambare Poliya Punidavai Malandaluga Sidavala Vayapugale திருஞான சம்பந்த பாத மலர் தலை கொண்டு திருத்தொண்டு பரவுவாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். என்று மின்பொன்பருக்கும் இயல்பினா ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் ஓங்கிட மன்றுளாரடியார் அவர் வான்புகள் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருஞானசம்பந்த சுவாமிகள் மலரடிகள் போற்றி போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.